Had my sound off there. Newcastle United visit Old Trafford on Boxing Day. Who will come out on top? Let's find out right here on Toon Tactics TV, folks.
Brilliant from Sham. And now Murphy can take on the shot. Kobbie and Sham win!
All right, folks. How are you all doing? I hope you guys are blessed. How are your preparations for Christmas going on? Do let me know if you're still preparing, like some of us are. Well, you can probably prepare right up to midnight, really, isn't it? But I hope whatever it is you're doing, I hope it's blessed, and that we'll keep the main thing the main thing. But guys, I'm really looking forward to tonight's show, tonight's match preview. We're going to have a special guest on, Kaz from Never a Foul, a little bit later on. But for now, let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know where you guys are listening from. You know, the show is starting at a different time today, obviously at 6 p.m. rather than the usual either 8:30ish or 10 p.m. And that's just try to be flexible with the timing. Obviously, coming up with the Christmas period. This will be the last show we're going to do until in this kind of Christmas period. So I want to make sure that obviously everyone is blessed, everyone is well. So we have that show, and the next show will be next week Tuesday. Would it be? When is New Year? New Year is going to be Thursday. Okay, yeah. So I'll still be having another show, maybe two, before the New Year. So we'll still get to do 2025 together. But guys, let me know how you guys doing. Let me know what you guys are up to, and as always, let me know how you're feeling about this. About us coming over to Old Trafford this Boxing Day. Typically a very, very tough fixture for us going forward. Let me just get the sofa score on and see. I'm pretty confident to know that we haven't had much joy. I've heard it on someone's channel that was saying it, that like Newcastle have won 4 games at Old Trafford since the Second World War. So that's a bit of a statistic right there. But hopefully we will see that trend change this Boxing Day. We'll see. So let me just see if I can share my screen. Let's get ourselves on it. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. All right. So what we're saying, what we're doing, let's just get a little bit of a background. And as you guys know, obviously, just heading into the fixture, currently, start for Man United. Man United are currently 7th. In fact, let me use the FOTMOB one, because I do prefer the FOTMOB one a little bit more, because, you guys know I do like my XG. I do like my XG. So make sure you guys can see that. Yes, you can see that. So Man United are currently 7th. Oh, that's on the XG already. Sorry. Man United are currently 7th in the league. They've got 7 wins, 5 draws, and 5 losses. They've scored 31 goals. I think they're like the joint top, I think they're joint top leading goal scorers in the league, with 28 goals conceded plus 3 goal difference, and obviously 26 points right there. Their last 5 games, not too bad. They've won 2, drawn 2, and they lost. So not too bad at all. Let's have a look at their home form. Oh, wow. Their home form is their 13th when it comes to their home form. I didn't expect that. That's something to ask our special guest about a little bit later, how he feels about Man United's home form. I didn't expect that. We're currently obviously 6th in terms of our home form. Man United they've played 8 games obviously at home. They've won 4, they've drawn 2, and they've lost 2. They have scored 16 goals and conceded 12 in their home form. So it's a bit of a mixed one. I didn't expect that. I thought I thought it'd be a little bit. I thought it'd be a little bit better. For us, our home form, we've played 9, won 5, a little bit better. Just a win, probably a win. How many wins? Are we a win better than Man United's? Yeah, we're about a win better. So not too far away, but enough to get ourselves up there. Uh, and our goal difference is exactly the same, and the amount of scored and conceded is exactly the same. But it's better to kind of look at us away form. that's where we drop down the rankings a little bit. We go all the way into 15th in the league table when it comes to our away form. We've won 1 game in 8 in our away form so far this season, with us drawing 3 and losing in 4. We've scored 15 goals and conceded 23 goals. 23 goals with a goal difference of no, sorry. Thank goodness. There, I was looking at Bournemouth's there. Although what we've won and lost is the same as Bournemouth, so we have won 1, drawn 3, lost 4. However, we've scored 7 and conceded 10. I was scared there. Conceded 23. Goodness gracious. That lets you know how far we've come. We've still got a -3 goal difference away from home, so a little bit left to be desired there. So it's interesting. We're not very good away from home, and Man United are somewhere lower mid-table when it comes to playing from home. They must be a little bit better away from home. Yeah, they're 8th, not too bad. Bit of a mix there. That's interesting. So that's just setting the agenda so far in terms of how this game could end up being. Newcastle have won 1 away game all season for various, and obviously there's a big kind of conversations around that in terms of how and why. Is it the mentality? Is it is it how it's setting up? Last minute goals, not defending leads, going ahead, not defending leads, and things of that nature that have been kind of plaguing Newcastle. I think it's a mixture of all these things, but there's certainly more. As you guys know, we've had a few debates about this. There's certainly more, from my perspective, coming from Newcastle in terms of where we could be. In terms of where we could be, I think we still have the potential to improve for sure. Let's have a look at the XG table as well and see where we're at with that. And or should I go back? No, let's have a look at the XG table. No, let's look at the XG table and see where Man United are out there. And to be fair to Man United, they're 3rd currently in the XG table after 17 games. And if you look at their goals, for the amount of goals they've created and the amount of goals they've created, they are value for money. So they have scored, I think it was, I have to remember, was it 33 goals? Let me just remind myself. No, they scored 31 goals. They've scored 31 goals. Their XG says, according to the chance they should have scored, they should have scored 32 goals. So it shows you that their attack is very much in line. They're not overperforming. They're just slightly underperforming. If anything, they deserved a little bit more, 1 more goal for sure. But what it tells you is that by design and by the kind of, in terms of their offensive structure, they are, by design, and the structure of their offense is pretty good. Like, it's really, really good. It's one of 2 best in the league. Only Man City have a better XG than them, and for the XG, if anything, they're overperforming for Man City, whereas Man United are even slightly underperforming. So they have got a very, very, very good offensive structure. And in terms of goal conceded, Man United obviously have conceded 28 goals, and what the XG is telling us is, in terms of the amount of chances they have conceded, Man United, that teams have been overperforming in terms of by at least plus 4.5 goals. So you can say that they've been unlucky, really, in terms of what teams have been able to create against them. and the goals they've been conceding. That tells me that teams have probably scored either some wonder goals or the balls crashed through about 3 or 4 players or deflected shots and things of that nature. And that's how they've conceded. But otherwise, they are defensively they are performing well. And if anything, that's why the XG table has them in third place, because had they obviously scored 33 goals, conceded only 23, there would be with a higher points total, and by at least by 28 points anyway, they'll be a little bit higher up the table. So there's still quite a bit there. They're kind of, if we're fair to Man United, they certainly are performing offensively and are a bit unlucky in terms of defensively. Still quite a bit of goals conceded, but otherwise good. For Newcastle, as you guys know, we've scored 20. How many goals have we scored? Remind myself. Newcastle have scored. We have scored 23 goals, and the XG has us on 23 goals. So we are performing. We're not underperforming. We're not overperforming. According to the chances we are creating, we are value for money. That is our offensive structure. Our offensive structure, and by design, is enough to score 23 goals out of the chances that we've created. And that's exactly what we've done. Offensively, however, teams we should have conceded maximum maybe 19 goals, got us on 18.8. And teams have been overperforming against us, as they have against Man United, where we've obviously conceded, I think, 22 goals or 21 goals. How many goals have we conceded, by the way? We've conceded, 22 goals. So just like Man United, teams have been overperforming against us, despite us having a very, very good kind of, or a decent enough offensive structure. If anything, we have, I think, one of the top 2 or 3 goals XGA. So I think it's Arsenal first, then it's probably Man City on 18.7, and then it's us on 18.8. So our defensive structure, according to XG, in terms of the kind of chances, how we limit our opponents, we're pretty good. And they would have us a little bit higher up the league, at least by 3 points anyway, by 26 goals as well. Ironically, I don't know if it's ironically, but what the right word is, but interestingly enough, I looked at our position, our league position and points position after 17 games last year, and we were actually on 26 points last year. So we're 3 points behind at this stage of the season where we were last year, which is really, really interesting. I'm also going to talk to Kaz a little bit later about that as well. So in terms of how and where Man United are improving, so something to look forward to there. So looking at Newcastle, let me find, there was, what I wanted to see was our last, how we've been playing our fixture against Man United. Football usually has it in terms of, so they've got a predicted lineup here as well. I won't reveal my lineup just yet. I'll be really curious to see how Kaz sees Man United lining up. I know they've got a few injuries. Football's got Fernandes still playing. My understanding was that Fernandes was Bruno Fernandes was injured, but we'll get into that as well. I wanted to see our history, especially away. So team form. Where art thou? Where art thou? We've both actually in the last 5 games, we've got a very similar form. So we've both won 2 games, both drawn 2 games, and both lost our game, 1 game as well in our last 5. Man United obviously lost 2-1 to Aston Villa, to a couple of sublime finishes from Morgan Rogers. And obviously we did lose that game against Sunderland 1-0. And they also had Man, I had an incredible game against Bournemouth, which they drew 4-4. That's insane. That game was so fun to watch. Proper game that was. Good evening, Aaron. Good to see you. God bless you. Good to see you, sir. So that was a phenomenal game to watch as well. Where is it? Let's see about the match. Where have I got our form? This match, Premier League, Semen United. Is it SofaScore or is it FotMob that have it? Let me have a check on SofaScore because they do show. One of these sites show what's been like the how have they been in the head-to-heads really. I'm surprised FotMob doesn't have it. That's the interesting part about it. I'm surprised that FotMob doesn't have it. Some Sky, where is it? Let me share this tab instead. Where are you? Where is? Oh, here we go. Head-to-heads. Yeah, here we go. All right, make sure you guys can see that. Yes, you can. All right, Aaron says, Man United depleted the right side of AFCON and Bruno Fernandes is injured. It's the perfect time to play them, says Aaron. We'll see what our guest says about that. Well, guys, speaking of guests, I'm super excited to have our man on. I've been watching him for coming up to, I'm sure, about 2 years or so, and I've been very, very fortunate and privileged to be able to communicate and speak with him like outside of the show as well. One of the few people that I really, really enjoy listening to their opinions and their views from kind of every aspect of football as well. Learn a lot in terms of what he does. It runs an incredibly popular channel, Never a Foul. Plenty of. I do encourage you guys to like, share, and subscribe onto it as well. But without further ado, allow me to introduce to you folks Kaz. Kaz, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing?
Living life to the full. Living life to the full. You're on your walking machine as well. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah. I have to, man. I have to. I got achieve. I got things to achieve. So I got Nigeria game on the background as well.
Oh yeah. What's the score so far?
1-0 to Nigeria. They're playing really well.
Who are they playing?
I think it's Tanzania. Okay. Oh, nearly 2-0. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Yeah, it's 2-0.
It's 2-0. All right.
No, it's not. You missed. How did you miss? Sorry.
It's all going on. Have you been following AFCON, or is this the first game you've watched?
I followed Cape Verde last year because I got pressured into just trying it, and I thought, all right, cool. So now I'm fully invested into watching the whole tournament.
Big up to you. Are you planning to do any live games?
Nah, you know what? If it wasn't for me getting married, I was gonna go to some of these games.
Oh, serious? I didn't even know you was getting married. Congratulations, sir.
But not gonna live stream any of them, but I was gonna do reactions. But Arsenal's on today, and then Christmas is around. It's like, oh, you're getting on my nerves. So you know what? We'll have to wait and see.
Well, big up to you. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the channel, and I wanna kick things off with. I wanna be able to get a good understanding before we get into the the technical and tactical breakdown of the game and everything else. But I wanna get your views on all things Man United leading up to this game, and there's a couple of things I want to go to as well. But I want to kick things off with Ruben Amorim. I'm going to talk a little bit about a bit of transfer news as well regarding Man United. But I was looking up, like doing my research as you should, and what I noticed is that this time last year, Man United were after the game week 17. Man United were after 17 games had won 6 games, drawn 4, lost 7, and were a -1 goal difference.
A month after Amorim as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was that Ipswich. The 3 losses, then the W.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You got a good memory.
Crazy. And you got to remember the games that were in between. You're like, what's those?
Yeah. That was a crazy month. You was on 22 points, but this year you scored 21, conceded 22. This time this year, after the game week 17, you've won 7. So you've improved by one, drawn 5 and lost 5. But you've got 31 goals with 28 conceded, a +3 goal difference and 26 points. From your perspective, like, what's it like being under Ruben Amorim, and have things improved? Are you seeing the changes?
I think I've got mixed emotions. I'm going to be honest. I try to be logical because I don't want to become one of those fans, right, that because I don't believe in the manager, I've got to be blinded by hate and blame everything solely on the manager. See, a majority of these games, even if you was to go back a couple, like the Forest game, the Tottenham game as well, I look at players mainly. I think he's coached to win here. The one that I look at him, obviously, before that W just there at the start, I believe the loss was to Everton, if I'm correct.
What, in today for this season?
In that form table that I see up there, right? I believe it's Everton that we lost just before that. Just before that. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure we drew, then lost, and then we won, drew, then lost. Obviously, the Villa. Yeah. There's clear for me. There's no reason why you ain't going to win at Bournemouth, against Bournemouth, when you've scored 4 goals. Is it a structural issue? I think it's just a player concentration issue. But also, it's just, this is what you've got. So, for me, there are clear improvements at United. It's just fans, I don't think they're willing to see this one through with him. Majority, not all. Because, you know, I think there's clear indications that he's not playing players to their strengths ultimately, but it's too hard to call.
Does it worry you that fans aren't willing to see it through, or do you think they should see it through?
See, I've seen something in the last few games that tells me, oh, you've tweaked a few things, and all of a sudden we look much better, much more fluid. My thing is, again, though, is we do have Aiden Heaven, Yoro, 2 youngsters that I don't even think that hit 20, or one might have hit 20 in our back line, and we are shipping in a lot of goals. Actually, I feel sorry for Larmans. He keeps getting beaten by these worldies all around us. He's made some good saves, but he's getting packed in. But I look at United and just say it's just a huge midfield issue. Like, Bruno not coming off could have prevented that Brendan Rodgers goal. I was trying to explain that to Jay earlier on Never a Foul. He did not try to see the bigger picture, right? I was trying to say, usually a midfielder would be there to cover, but Bruno's hurt. He's all the way up the pitch, you know?
Yeah.
If anyone vacated their positions, I think Agate could have made the situation, but he backed out. He backed out of it, and I think he should have went there. But is that down to the manager, or is that down to Bruno telling the medical team, I'm fine until the last moment, I need to go, right?
Yeah.
Just little bits and bobs. You play well against Villa, you play well against Bournemouth, and openly creating a lot of chances, should have scored even more. Now I'm looking at Newcastle thinking, for me, that's the ultimate test, because this team's away form is nothing short of horrendous. So, and they play so different. Your team plays so differently. So now I need another game to convince me to think, you know what? Results might not be pretty, but maybe I'm willing to see this one through. Maybe. And just say, you know what? Let's just see to the end of the season, and then I'll give a proper judgment, because I'm tired of Player FC. Yeah, cool. It's not going well for Kobbie Mainoo right now. I don't think his brother's done him any favors.
No.
But I'm not Player FC. So just because your favorite player isn't performing or not playing, let's be real. If you got offered an Anderson or a Wharton and all these other lot, I think you'd be picking him over Kobbie Mainoo right now. Right. It could be a good recipe at the same time. I just don't know. I just want to win.
I think your instincts, or I don't know how you feel about it. Some people love XG, some people don't hate XG. But for me, it's an indicator, because you mentioned like the process and the structure. Like if this is the XG for Man United, and what it's saying is that, and I think you're correct on a number of things. So they got you. You scored 33 goals. XG has you on 32, so just one less. But what it means is that you're just, if anything, just overperforming by 1. But really, like, the structure of your offense and in terms of what you're doing, the chances you're creating does warrant having 33 goals, which means you are structured to be with the chances you're creating and how you're doing, offensively,
Yeah.
you're a good team. Like, no one can get away from that. And what you mentioned there in terms of Le Mans being unlucky with the wonder goals, actually, I've conceded. I've got you on 23. I think you've conceded 28. So, if anything, opposition teams are overperforming against you by plus 4.5 goals. And that may be, if you even just look at the Aston Villa game with the Rodgers goals,
There's many
goals.
Tottenham with the deflective goals.
Exactly.
Look at even the one with Forest, that one goal where it just somehow just landed perfectly. It's just just little bits and bobs like that. I think we have been unfortunate. And as much as it's kind of unforgiving to lose against Grimsby, Everton with 10 men as well. That's another goal that was a wonder goal.
Yeah.
Dewsbury on his right foot as well. I wonder what the XG is on that. But it has been unfortunate right now. And I know people will say, "But where's your standards?" I'm going to say, well, does another manager instantly bring us Man United better? Probably. Maybe. But everything that United fans call for and say we'll be patient about, they're just going absolutely on the opposite. I think my fan base are a bunch of deludes. So they can't ever make up their minds, but that's probably the same in every single fan base.
Everyone. So do you kind of feel like you've accepted where things are and that's what makes it?
Yeah, that's why I get mad and reactionary at results, right?
Yeah.
But in the overall picture, I've accepted this is what we have at the moment and this is what we're going to have to be this season. And I mean, with these new tweaks, I do wonder if that could be a sign of something really brand new where you can absolutely kill teams, but we're missing De Ligt so bad. We are missing him so bad. And it goes to show if Casemiro is not in the team, it's we do lack. But against you lot, I think we found a new weapon.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Which I'm hoping that will nullify your creative levels as well, away from home, which isn't that great. And he had a cameo. And I was very intrigued of how he was playing because he's like a deep line playmaker, and he was quick to snuff out a few interceptions. I was like, oh, okay, didn't expect that. Lisandro Martinez,
right? Okay,
next to Casemiro could be the structure we need whilst Bruno is out. And I'm wondering if that could be something. If I see Agate, I might scratch my eyeballs out. I might have to.
Oh, have a closer look at that when we look through the tactics board. I did this and what's happened?
Chelsea decide against pursuing Antoine Semenyo.
Yeah, it was all hype. It was all hype.
My God. See, Chelsea fans are amazing at calling bluff, you know. They are amazing.
Well, speaking of Antoine Semenyo, I wanted to talk about him with you. Let me see. Just a little bit on the transfer news before we go back on it, because I didn't think that was Chelsea hype. And for the folks that aren't aware, this is from Ben Jacobs. Antoine Semenyo's January release clause could be worth 65 million to Bournemouth if all add-ons are met, but slightly less to suitors. Similar to Alexander Isak's transfer, the overall number includes solidarity. So clause drops by around 5 million come summer. It must be triggered by January the 10th. So we're going to by January the 10th for this winter, with Semenyo set to decide his future really soon. Bournemouth are open to a pre-agreement or a loan back. Okay, preference to keep Semenyo until summer, but acceptance the situation out of their control. Both Manchester clubs, City and Manchester United, made the initial inquiry. Liverpool contact was in November and are now assessing post-Isak surgery. So Spurs are back.
Hear me out, yeah. See when you didn't get Mbeumo, I remember talking, I think I made a video with a Newcastle one. I said, surely they go and get Semenyo.
Right.
Like similar price, similar kind of haggling way that Newcastle kind of favoured at that point, right? Vissa didn't really want to pay too much. I thought, Semenyo must be absolutely like a nailed-on player to go for Eddie Howe's team. He suits him to a T. Or Mbeumo suits you to a T. But you know what it makes me realise? Jacob Murphy is just better than all of these lot. And no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to talk about Jacob Murphy and how he had better seasons than all of them. Because I like a winger that can pick out passes like he does, cross the way he does, and still get goals the way he does. And he's still continuing that form. Now, when they fall 55 million Elanga, which was always going to be a howler, right? Overall, there we go. And now Jacob Murphy's proven that even if he's 31, you do need a future. But he's proven that he's still the man, but no one talks about it. And I don't know why. Because of his age, because he's English. I don't know.
It's not fashionable, isn't it? Like,
No,
that's all it is.
and
It's
he's
just,
the one that devastates me the most. Is him.
You're
Baltimore, cool, whatever. Anthony Gordon, not too fast. Jacob Murphy's the one I look at and think I hate you because it's against the side. See, the right hand side I think it's actually better than what it looked like, considering the way we did play against Villa. Right, it's a little bit more balanced. But the left hand side, when you got Dog Poo playing, right, who you don't know what you're going to get out of him and Luke Shaw are a calamity. And I'm telling you now, if there's going to be a weakness at Old Trafford, it's going to come from that side. I'm telling you now. I think Aiden Heaven's going to have a different test.
yeah.
It'll be interesting. Two boys that are pretty much the same height, but one is very, very good in the air.
How do you fancy your chances of getting Semenyo? And how do you feel about Semenyo? Are you like, oh yeah, like he'll be amazing, he's going to be a needle mover, or are you kind of like,
I don't know. See, I don't think he's as great as everyone makes him out to be. But one thing I can't deny, he has got an eye for goal, right? With both feet. I'm not going to deny that. I think once he's got a little bit of a half chance, he's the guy that you probably think is going to be my goal scorer. You can mix and match. You could probably play him with Sesko or Cunha.
right?
Or you can play all four of them together. If you decide, I'm going to play a 4-4-2 today, Cunha's going to play off of Sesko, while I've got two wide men in Mbeumo and Semenyo to keep things wide, right? I think tactically it makes sense. This is what they're saying is that Man United will change the whole shape. It'll go back probably to a back four. I don't know who's going to play where though, because Amorim's got different ideas. The chances of us getting him is basically saying we're going to give you the game time that you want. Whereas with City, you're fighting with Doku, Cherki, and Pep Guardiola's own mind. When Marmoush comes back and all this kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Look how that worked out in January. It was short time, but look at the new summer. Not exactly hit the ground running. There's these factors. But with the Man United factor, in honesty, there is too many question marks around the manager. But that's by the media. Man United are not signaling out that they want to change the manager. So I think it's a completely different story for what the media puts down onto the microscope. That's just my way of looking at it.
Do you see yourself going into a 4-3-3? Like,
yeah, you have to. I think at this point you don't have a left winger. What's the point of having that wing back? You're not utilizing Semenyo to the best of capabilities if he has to do that line too much. Right.
Okay, so it's going to be a crazy winter. It's gearing up to be a hell of a winter transfer window for you guys.
I don't think it should end there though. My whole thing is not the attack. Don't worry, I'm going to be praying that Ivory Coast and Cameroon get knocked out by the 31st of September. I'm going to be on hate watch starting tomorrow, and I can't wait. Mozambique, I hope you got my back. So, big up you lot. But yeah, no. My whole thing is still the centre of the park. I think there's a good deal there in Ruben Neves to go get him on a loan. Why can't you not go and get him on a loan for 6 months?
You guys are linked to him heavily, though.
Yeah, but it's the easy link. Portuguese, need a centre mid. There's also the question marks over Bruno Fernandes' new fitness, Kobbie Mainoo future. If he's going to stay, get the game time. He would have been perfect yesterday, by the way. He would have been so ideal next to, I think, Kobbie, the way the game went. Bruno, the way the game was going. That would have been his game time.
Right.
But, your brother decides to do a T-shirt and we have to fake that you're injured. So, whatever. I would love with Neves because it's the deep line playmaker that we probably don't have at the moment.
Yeah.
If it's a loan, that means you can still go get your Elliot Andersons and so forth. I just think just sell him a dream, pretend that you're going to buy him at the end and you don't.
Right. Because like you just said it, I thought an Elliot Anderson and the Belieber probably are better suited for what you need.
See, everyone's... I'm a big fan of the English core, right? I'd want Adam Wharton and Elliot Anderson together rather than Belieber.
Right.
I think that they're not they're players that can do each other's jobs, but their strengths still are worlds apart.
Right.
That's what I'd prefer. I know Belieber's a space eater, don't get me wrong, and can close down probably better than most of these lot. But for me, it's look what happens when AFCON comes. You're suffering. Right. So that's where I would look. What I'm looking out for Man United is thing. Sorry to keep waffling on as well.
No, you're here. We want to hear this. Like,
It's been a minute, Foxy. My thing is with these, this is the biggest signal that tells me that Semenyo might choose United, maybe, is the Joshua Zirkzee news. Because there's no way Joshua Zirkzee leaves without a replacement coming in. And he's heavily linked with Roma at the moment.
You're not too sad to see him go.
Oh my God, what a goal, Victor Osimhen. He just
is it? What did he do?
He just flicked it. It was a great cross from the right-hand side. I don't know if that was from Adams. Adams is a baller, by the way. Oh, he might be offside. And he done like a flick, like in between his legs, like a...
Did they have VAR at AFCON? Are they using VAR?
Well, you know what? You might be right. Probably not. Nah, it's being ruled out offside.
Okay.
Flip sake, man.
Some folks are starting to say Laurie Whitwell is saying Semenyo is favouring a move to City.
Where's he said that?
Laurie Whitwell? Is it Laurie Whitwell? Is he a Man United? I think he's a Man United journalist, no?
No, he never.
Oh, okay. Is it false news there?
Yeah, that's not false news. You're talking about like Chris Wheeler. Yeah, they do have VAR, by the way, to confirm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Laurie Whitwell.
I'm looking at it from Chris Wheeler. Laurie Whitwell just retweeted what David Ornstein retweeted. Sorry. No, he didn't. I'm trying to find it now. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. I'm trying to see stuff. I can't find it. I saw Chris Wheeler earlier saying he's slightly leaning towards the blue side. That's it. I don't know why City want him. Be honest. I think it's a strange move.
Yeah, I think Pep is going through that really. I think they're going to sell someone. I think Oscar Bob might be on the market.
Yeah. He was gonna go anyways. I think loan to maybe Palace. Maybe.
Oh, is it? We
maybe.
were looking at him before he broke his leg. I wonder if we go back in for him.
Be a better move than Palace.
Yeah, because we're kind of missing that wide playmaker. I look at him as a wide playmaker. Kind of will do that. But do keep me up to date with the AFCON stuff. I was looking on the old Opta analyst and put all the Man United data together on the AI to kind of get your views on how things are. You kind of touched on a lot of this stuff already, but they've got you as, when you put it all together, they've got Man United as almost like a chaos system, meaning that there's a lot of goals when Man United are playing, about 3.47 goals per match from Man United and the opponents themselves. And that kind of comes out, obviously, you've scored 31 goals, conceded 28, something like that. So there's a lot of goals whenever Man United are playing. You prioritize vertically and quick releases over sustained possession. Are you more of a transition team nowadays?
It looks like that.
Okay.
It looks likely at the moment.
Okay.
Got no choice.
It did say, though, that a big part of your attack is Mr. Bruno Fernandes and his creativity. You spoke a little bit about his injury earlier. Is he going to be right for this game?
No, he's out. He's 100%. He's 100% going to be out. He'll be back probably in a few weeks, but he's out. But that's why I look at Casemiro. This is where he's got to change up. Where I think Lissandro plays more of a deep line playmaker. Let the wing backs go maybe a bit further. Let Casemiro roam forward because he's better in the 8 anyways, and more of a danger when he arrives late in the box. I think it might work out better for us defensively, and it might be a bit of a better balance. Oh my God, it's 1-1.
They've equalised.
Oh my God.
They've equalised. Was it Tanzania, did you say, or Mozambique?
Tanzania. They just scored.
Tanzania. Mad. You've got, how many clean sheets do you have? Like, do you think we're struggling?
I'm pretty sure we've had like one or this season or something stupid.
We know that there's been a lot of wonder goals, but are you generally worried about the defense or not really?
I think the defense is a little exposed.
Okay.
I don't know what to really say for it. I think the Ligt needs to come back. I think Aiden Heaven's making a name for himself in that middle centre back for me, and I think you put the Ligt out wide. But right. You do, because but the only thing is you do lose a bit of build up from the wide spaces. Like if a Mazraoui was there.
Yeah.
I find on the right hand side, you need to be a little bit more aggressive in areas like that. Like De Ligt, don't get me wrong, De Ligt might get turned by Morgan Rogers, but I know he'd get into him a little bit quicker than what Euro has. I think it's a little bit too. It's too nice. Shaw Heaven and Euro is too nice.
Right.
There's no beef in there. So it's for me, it's an issue. Where this is where I look at Voltemada. He's a bit unit, a bit nice as well. I'll find, but he's a handful. I don't know. You don't know what you're going to get with United, really, because the edge of the box is always going to be a problem if you're not covering your space or someone's not focusing. That's my. Oh my God, this 2-1. What a goal!
What, Tanzania?
Oh my God.
To who? To Tanzania?
No, not Nigeria.
Okay. Osimhen again.
Nah, Lookman.
Oh, big up Lookman. Big up Lookman.
Crazy.
Sounds like
sorry,
is that still first half?
Yeah, well, no, second. It's only 6 minutes into the second half. 2 goals have been scored.
Okay. We touched on this in terms of Bruno Fernandes, but he's created this. He's a big part of creating chances for you guys, especially from set pieces. It says, I didn't know this. Is this true? Essentially, that United have won 0 wins in their last 7 Premier League games without Bruno Fernandes, and that's 6 losses and 1 draw.
That's a pretty long time ago, though.
Okay, because he's not injured a lot.
The last time he got injured, the team that he missed against was you lot. And we didn't win.
Was it a draw? Was it?
No, you beat us. I think you beat us at Old Trafford. I'm pretty sure. Or it might have been at St. James, but I feel like it's at Old Trafford.
Okay.
See, this is the issue with having Bruno in the pivot is you do have that space in the middle that he just vacates eventually, which leaves ultimately I find Casemiro a little bit exposed.
Okay. So is it a bit of a gift and a curse with Bruno Fernandes?
Yeah, but for me, he's not the. This is why, look, I think he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but I think this is exactly why you let him go. The Premier League is in a 2-man formation is a young man's game.
Right.
Someone that's way more mobile that can get their body about the pitch and actually put in some good challenges. Evade pressing makes a big difference in life.
And you're missing that profile.
Unless he changes to a 4-3-3, it might revive a Bruno Fernandes attacking mid kind of central midfield attacking role to be a little bit more of a freedom for him.
Right.
I just don't see it.
Well, we've been talking about I've got a few. Sorry to the chat. There's tons of people that are checking. Before we get to the tactics, Livermento, at least Man United. Foxy says, at least Man United have switched on with long-term recruitment, something they've slipped up on in the past, missing out on Casado, Colombian Christian Orozco, and arriving soon, great talent. Christian Orozco.
Yeah, he's Colombian under 17s captain and all that kind of stuff, or something like that, or under 20s.
Okay.
He looks like a really good player.
Right. Okay. De Ligt working back to get back to train. Okay, so he's out as well. He's out as well.
Let me check. All right, De Ligt injury. Can have a little look. Kobbie Mainoo, United face. Bruno's not going to be there. I don't think Kobbie's going to be there. He's likely to miss. He might not play in 2025. It's been a month. We don't know when he's going to be back. It's not clear. No one really knows. That's probably good. That might be the surprise return. Could be De Ligt.
Okay. Is it ahead of schedule then? Are you surprised by that?
We don't know. It's a back injury. He's been out for since Crystal Palace.
Right. That's what Botman had. Well, he has at the moment. He's got a back injury as well.
Oh, so he's not going to play?
No, Botman's not going to play.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. It's amazing. I needed that. He's not coming back. Can you see the screen? Can you see the tactics board? Oh no, Joe Linton either. He's on the bench.
Well, There's a reason for that. I think Jacob Ramsey has been having a couple of good games at the moment. So I think Eddie Howe keeps the same squad that played against Chelsea.
Yeah.
So we've got Miley at right back because Livermento's injured. Miley's been playing really well. Did you see the Chelsea game?
Yes, I did. As it goes, yeah, I did. Of course, I did.
Yeah.
We'll talk about.
So I think Miley played. Yeah. I think Miley played
first half. Yeah, first half. You lot were destroying them. Second half, you capitulated. There's always a chance when you got Ramsdale on goal as well.
Yeah. I think him and Pope have been average in terms of shot stopping, but Ramsdale gives us the ball playing ability, which we're desperate for. But yeah, Chow, Shaw, Hall in our back line, Gomeres, Tonali, probably Ramsey, I think, plays instead of Joe Linton. But you never know, he might change it up. But I think Ramsey had a good game. Gordon, Voldemort across the front line. Do you see your this is your team that played against Villa? Do you envisage any changes to it?
Agarte's got to get out of there. I don't know if he's going to keep him for the end. But for me, I'm not playing Agarte. I'm playing Alessandro next to Casemiro.
Okay.
I'm having that because that's the deep line play, mate. That's the ball that moves the ball forward in the middle of the park. Like, right. You've got to have some forward passing then. If you've got Alessandro and Casemiro, you've got two players that can switch the ball quite effectively as well. Cunha, Sesko and Mount should be enough to infiltrate at Old Trafford for me.
I've got to get Agarte out now because Martinez. I try to replicate Man United on the ball here. Does it look anything like this? So you kind of got three at the back here, two in the pivot, covering, screening your back line three. And this is what it kind of looked like against Villa. Or would you change anything here in terms of...
I personally wouldn't. I mean, don't change what's not broken, I'd say. I don't think it's a broken thing. I think we got done by 2-1 the goals. I don't think they did anything else.
Right.
For me, anyways, I don't think Gordon's come onto a little bit of form, don't get me wrong. But it's just going to be one of those where I do look at it. Murphy's not your typical goal scorer. I think Shaw could be okay over there. Baltamade is not the Watkins or what you got down the middle where he's not going to run past you. So that's inviting. That's allowing Man United to get a little bit higher for me. It's that little part between Gordon and Ramsey I'm looking at thinking, oh, that could be it. Or if Murphy decides he wants to stay touchline and out wide, could be a problem if Casemiro is going further forward. And then Gomeres has got the chance to pick up the ball in the edge of the box.
So you're kind of worried about this highlighted bit, this area here?
I think it could be a bit of a problem. It depends on Eddie Howe's setup. It's just totally different away from home. A little bit more conservative than he is at when it comes to St. James's Park, which is kind of confusing. I wonder if you're going to play a higher line or a deeper line. I don't know.
I don't think he intended... I think it's rather an Eddie Howe thing. I think for me personally, I know some people from my own chat will disagree. I think it's been a player thing. I think it's been players not being as aggressive. I think the intention is to play almost the same as we do at home. But for whatever reason, they don't. They should push up more.
Yeah.
The relationship between Hall, Ramsey, and Gordon has been very, very good. Even against Chelsea, I think one of our goals came from the left-hand side. The other one came from the right-hand side from Murphy as well. It's going to be... How's Mount doing? What's his kind of role?
Hands up, he looks good.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
I know, at least for 60 minutes right now, I know I'm going to get some crazy Mount that he's either going to score a goal, he might miss a couple shots. He is lightning at the moment. It'll be very interesting to see how he's coming up against Hall, someone who's a little bit similar to someone like Matson, I find, but a bit better than him. So it's a different test because Mount will be coming up into those spaces. And it's my whole thing is, can you take advantage of Shaw? If you can take advantage of Shaw's pace on the turn, it could be a thing. But we've got to get balls into the box to Sesko, man. He nearly out-leaped. I don't know if you saw it yet, right? One decent cross into the box, early doors in the first. I think it was the first half. Yeah, it was the first half. Oh my God, it was nearly 3-1. Wow. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Go on.
Yeah, in the first half. And Sesko nearly out-jumped
I saw
Martinez's
that.
whole reach. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, why are we not putting the ball into areas where it's like, look who you've got in goal. It's not Nick Pope, it's Ramsdale.
Right.
Got to utilize that. Because Malik Chow, I think he's great on recoveries, but his positioning is his position, you can tell he's a young player.
Right.
A little bit still. And but my whole thing is that man there is Tonali. Whew, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. I don't like it.
Because if the attack breaks down, how do you? Because you said a little bit. Euro's a bit nice. Gordon isn't nice.
Yeah.
And Euro let Morgan turn
Rogers
on
get
his
the inside. But my thing is with that though, Gordon hasn't got the strength of a Morgan Rogers. He's not as powerful.
Okay.
We don't know. The thing is with Gordon, I'm finding right now, you just don't know which one is gonna turn up.
Okay. That's true.
And I think that's fair for me to say.
That's true. That is true. So from a Man United's point of view, like if from your attack point of view, where's going to be like, how do you think they approach this game? Like where's your key strengths at the moment? Where are you scoring most of your?
I would have Delon shouldn't be in the middle. I find probably should be where Mount is. My thing is Mount likes to invade those spaces. Sesko and Cunha, them three there seem to link up quite well, in my opinion. I think though the little special weapon for me is Bruno Gomes going to follow Casemiro? Because Casemiro will make those late runs into the box when Delon and Dorgu's on the ball, so he can obviously when they cross it. Because everyone will be too focused on the big man, 6'5". Has no one noticed this season how the Roman DM seems to find himself in free space this season? It's like you see Xhaka with it. You see Tonali's running up there before he switches to Bruno Gomes, Casemiro, Caicedo, Zubimendi. They all make these late runs because it's a risk, but it's worth it. It can definitely pay off for me. And the only thing is with me, I wouldn't say Murphy's lightning quick as he used to be, but when you look at the real outlet for you it is going to be your left-hand side in Gordon. So it's like, can United focus on eliminating the left-hand side? Basically, let's just call it the outlet, the target winger. If you can eliminate that pace, then United might find they have a little bit more control than they thought they'd like.
Right.
But my thing is forcing Ramsdale to mistakes. We've packed in Ramsdale every time we play him. Every time. Arsenal, 2 goals. Even at Emirates, we pack him in.
Right.
He's a liability.
He's been average for us at the moment. But in terms of his,
about you on corners, though, man.
Well, how have you been defending? I mean, speaking about us from, how are you guys? I was going to talk about our attack in a moment. Maybe I think one of our threats can be as well here from the right hand side. Go on, here we go. I have to keep on taking Ogate off. And we're going to get to are you guys bad at defending corners at the moment? Like, what's it like?
I'm not confident. I think Casemiro being in there helps massively defending corners when we don't have him.
Right.
Evan's quite good on corners, but defending corners, Yoro not feeling it. Shaw not feeling it. Just actually, you know what? Other than Sesko, the rest of them not feeling him. No, I'm not confident. Larman's is quite decent, but I've seen so many corners where they just whiz by, and it's like, how have they not got a touch onto that? You know, look at even if you look at Morgan Rogers from the corner as well, and then he got a flick on.
Right.
A flick from a corner. How does that make any sense? I'm not confident. Attacking corners, I'm confident. Defending them, nah, I'm not there. That wide ball from Murphy has to be stopped. It has to be closed down. Has to be, because heaven will shut off at one point in the game where there will be a chance, I find, for that striker to make a movement like he did against Chalobah.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, what's the likelihood? I mean, when we're kind of building up from I'll show the build up from the back in a moment, but when we're in the final third phase like this, we do like a triangle, trying to force triangles where we can. Are you are you fairly comfortable in terms of? I assume we'll be sure of Murphy, or you mentioned Dorgu, you weren't overly happy about him. I mean, how are you from these phases? Will Cunha, do you see Cunha coming back to support here, or do you see him letting this kind of letting? Are you worried that there could be a 3-on-2 type of situations? Maybe Casemiro has to fill in the gap even more. Like, how are you guys in defending at the
I think
moment?
if Martinez is there, you know what, the back five in the line is not bad. It's the part of who to find in the middle of the park. Like the energy levels have been quite good in getting to the shape, but my thing is you can get Man United get caught out with these moments where a player will find himself in a decent space where in training, you know, them training goals where it's like, oh my god, that looks amazing.
Yeah,
That's how it falls out with Man United because there's so much space. Sometimes for them
right.
to have just a turn, shoot, snapshot, it's training, it's top bins, Larmans can't get to it. That's what I'm finding. I think Lisandro Martinez helps in this particular game if it is to get pressed, because you will find that Mount tucks in. Mount will tuck in next to Casemiro.
Okay.
Cunha gets back quite viciously. But I think as much as Lewis Miley's been on stuff this game, I think he's going to find it tough against Cunha.
Okay.
Yeah,
In 1v1s especially.
I think Lewis Miley's good, but you have a different test on his hands compared to last game. You don't have to come up against Garnachos and the rest of them. I think it's a totally different game. I think that Garnacho is very predictable. Neto, he's doing the line.
Yeah.
And Cunha is one that likes to quickly get a quick 1-2 and off, and you have to kind of find him. I think that's going to be Tonali's job, is pretty much to shut him out.
Yeah. He's going to be screening that back. Yeah, it's either Tonali or Chow being aggressive and trying to stop him at the top here. But the problem is, then you'll have Cunha free to run to these spaces as well.
How have you set up away from home? What's the difference between away from home and at home?
I think it's a personnel thing. I don't think that we set up as being defensive. Like, it's been a setup. We played against. So an example would be we lost to Sunderland 1-0. But we set up against Sunderland exactly the same way we set up against Everton when we played away and beat Everton 4-1. But the big thing I identified was our front line totally collapsed in on itself. People were making runs. They weren't zero runs, zero successful take-on, zero dribbles, zero crosses. We remedied that playing against Chelsea and Fulham before that, and the whole kind of outlook of the team changed. So for me, I think there's the team is.
Did even say against Fulham, you got pretty lucky in that game in the end, though.
Do you reckon?
I think so. Obviously, you win in the final moments. I just thought Fulham, if they had a bit more quality, would have punished you.
Possibly. We did create like 1.5 XG against them. They created like 0.4. We could have, but you're right, though, we could have got a sucker punch for sure, because that's been happening against us quite a bit. Like, we've been sucker punched quite a bit. And I'll be honest, like, whenever I'm playing Man United, it's Bruno Fernandes that I'm worried about the sucker punch from, and him not playing alleviates that pressure for me anyway. I think he's going to be a big miss for you, because, say for instance, this is us attacking you guys from the left, Hall's on the ball. I think you're going to see a lot of this in terms of just trying to create something out of nothing. But say for instance the ball breaks to Euro. True say, I mean,
I don't underrate that man, like I'm when Anana and Tielemans tried to press him, they couldn't get close to him. And I'm surprised. I was thinking, I forgot how nippy he can be on the ball, manipulative. And when he does pass it straight into Sesko's feet, looks forward all the time. I appreciate it personally. I don't look at United thinking they got a crazy attacking threat as they would do if Bruno was on. So it's a new test for United overall, man. I'm finding.
I think so too.
We're gonna learn something brand new.
How are you in terms of like? I was gonna show. So I was thinking about us from playing from out the back against you guys. Are you guys? Do you see yourself? Are you a high? Are you
Press, yeah.
pressing high
We do press. We do press quite well.
Okay.
And that's why I look at Ramsdale eventually just kicking it long.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Because I look at it this way. Say, for instance, whether we choose the left or the right hand side. Like if Cunha's pressing, he's going to have to figure out who does the main trying to press the.
Sesko.
It'll be Sesko.
He does the curve. He does the curved run. You'll find Mount pushes up. The low will push up. It will be left one on one pretty much when it comes to the back 4-3, just depending on how the players are moving.
So what, Mount on Shaw?
I would say it depends where you're playing the ball, but the whole point of United is to eliminate the gap. So Mount will only press as soon as Shaw gets the ball. Mount will come in from behind, closing that space off to make sure he doesn't get to Hall as quick. And then that's on the Man United centre mids to kind of pick up the middle of the park. And you'll find probably Sesko blocks off the pass to Tonali. And then that's how we kept getting Bournemouth. And that's exactly how we kept getting Villa. Every time we went to Matson, you see Mount pressing him, give the ball away. We got the ball back again.
So you'd have to choose. Say you need someone to do the because I think either way, whether we choose left or right, we still got players that are good enough. So for instance, even Hall, if the ball gets out to Hall, Shaw manages to get it out to Hall in this situation here, and Diallo comes to close him. Like Hall is very good in these tight spaces. Like he still can do a drive back or drop the shoulder, get past them. And once that happens, you can get either Gordon in these type of situations or Ramsey here.
That's why United get aggressive. They get aggressive quite in the. I find it being aggressive in the first half. Like it's typically where we're getting a lot of our joy. Evading the press though, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
So Man United.
Go on.
You mean Man United playing from out the back?
You mean from Man United playing out the back?
When you said evading the press, do you mean for Newcastle?
Newcastle evading Man United press. I mean, you probably find that Shaw probably ends up pinging it over to Chow, and then Chow's got the ball, and then United will switch it around before they do another press and try bait a pass or something. Like our centre backs, let's just call them centre backs. Shaw, Heaven, Yoro get quite aggressive on the interception, trying to read it before the pass is there, before we nick it. And when I look at it, is Murphy really outpacing Shaw? Don't really think so. Okay. Heaven is way faster than Armada, but he's very smart. Yoro and Gordon's, we'll see.
Because what I can see happening is Voltamada dropping in and drawing Heaven with him.
That could be a real thing. That can be a real thing. So, but luckily for us, the one that's really got that burst in pace, I find, is Tonali. If he was to drive, like Grammarish ain't that much faster than Casemiro. Well,
that's why I probably put Grammarish to play out the line here.
Yeah, I think I would do that. I would have Grammarish dropping deep. I'd have Tonali running the lines. Ramsey, I'm not sold by him just yet, but it's definitely a player that's got to look out for. Definitely got to look out for that.
How has Heaven been playing for you? Do you rate him? How do you feel about him?
I like him a lot.
So you're not worried about this matchup?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I am, because it's still inexperienced. Voltamada is extremely intelligent to pot the ball. He might not pace around you, but that's why I look at Newcastle's off the ball run to think who's going to track that. But the thing is, when you have got the ball that pops into where Gomeres is, you'll be surprised how hard Sesko, Mount, and Cunha work off the ball.
Yeah,
so that ball can't go over the top. It sounds easier said than done. Seems easier said than done, but that's where United have been quite good in nicking the ball and turning basically back to a counter press.
What you might also get though is if I don't know, maybe Heaven hopefully is an intelligent player, but if Voltamada moves to the side a little bit, Ramsey, Gordon loves to get on the inside, then you might get these type of situations. Yeah,
but that's where I find that this is why I find Lissandro's got to be played and not Ugarte.
Sorry, I keep on putting him on. That
makes
sense.
He's a little, for me, he's just a little bit more defensive aware when it comes to reading the game. And that's where Ramsey can probably get a bet, because he's definitely someone that's going to outpace Martinez. If you play Elanga, your game plan's finished. Your game plan's finished. That thing going over the top, that sounds great and everything, but you lose a lot of possession when Alanga plays with the ball. Like, he takes too long. His decision making's poor.
Yeah.
It sounds great to go over the top and all, but he's just not that player he was last season at the moment in time.
Would you say he's a confidence player? Obviously,
100%. 100%.
Okay.
1,000,000%. I think most players are. I think most players have got this issue.
Yeah, I think so too. And finally, like, just the last phase of the game, like, how are you guys in playing from out the back? Did I have one on for Man United?
We've been a lot better from playing out the back. Kind of depends. You'd see Heaven where the centre back is now, where Garte is. You find Heaven's going to be there with Casemiro. But now Martinez is there, even better. So I think what we might find is Martinez and Heaven. There'll be a box. Essentially, there will be a box in the middle of the field, right?
Ah, okay.
So you'll split Martinez and Heaven. But no, I mean, like, if you put them more on inside as like a box with, let's just say, inside would be Mason Mount, Casemiro, and probably a Casemiro. Cunha, Dorgu would just go out wide or something. Sesko up front, but Sesko will be basically the magic man. If you put that up there and you're a little bit closer, you'll find when you play that ball, Dorgu, Dalot, there will be one spare man when playing this way if it goes successful. Martinez and Heaven are actually both very... If you ain't seen Heaven, watch him on the ball. You'd be so surprised how nimble he is for a centre-back and agile. It's mental. Like, you think you're going to get him, and then he does that Eric Bailly. He's like, how did you get out of that?
Oh, okay.
So when a player like Voltemada is going to press Larmans, right?
Yeah.
Heaven or Martinez will be free, or it will just go to Shaw into Heaven, and then Dorgu's free. It's kind of worked that way.
Right.
A lot. Because if Gomeres or Tonali or Ramsey decide they want to push up, Larmans is good with both. Both feet. So, yeah, both his feet. So pinging it to like Mount or Casemiro is not a problem with evading that as well. So it's been better. It's been a lot better. But again, we know how aggressive Newcastle want to be on that part. I found we're not exactly afraid to change up and just go straight long. If you decide to press long, and you'll find that somehow Cunha and Sesko are running at your back line. This is where we miss Mbeumo.
Yeah. He's very decisive.
I reckon if we had our available players that are at AFCON right now, Amad and Mbeumo, I think we beat you. I think it changes the whole thing.
And even with the Fernandes, you have certainly a bigger chance. I am not, even in this situation, Shave and Chow pushes up and kind of deads the numerical advantage here. I'm still worried that, like you said, if Laman's able, I didn't realize he can go both feet. I didn't realize he had that in his locker. And some might say this is a Hail Mary ball, but still, Cunha, Miley, like, I'm really rating how Miley's playing. But like you said, he's not a natural right back. And how would this kind of work out, like, in these type of situations? What Miley's been really good at, though, he doesn't dive in. He will try to show Cunha that, what was it's going to be, that left-hand side. He's not going to try to let him go inside. But Sesko's
bad. I thought Miley was left-footed this whole time until I had right back. Miley at right back? He's not left-footed.
Yeah. He's phenomenal. He really is.
He's a good player. What is he? 18 now, isn't he?
19. He's 19 now. Yeah. It reminds me of Carrick.
No. No. There's only one baby Michael Carrick, and that's Adam Wharton.
I always say, well,
and that's I think it's the closest thing to Michael Carrick.
Why I don't think so is that because Wharton is very, very bad at leaving the space behind and not being defensively aware. People see the highlights and the YouTube of his passing, but not many about his awareness of what's going on behind him, of which Carrick was a master at doing. So
yeah, that's why I said he's the closest thing.
Okay, I think I see what you're saying.
Because Miley's passing is just nowhere near the levels of. I don't think he'll ever reach the levels of a Michael Carrick.
Okay. I'm
yet to work out Miley's probably best position as well. Is it a 6 or is it 8?
Both, probably.
No, but it's usually he's more special in one or the other. I don't know. He's got a build of a DM though for me.
Good players can play anywhere. I think he can play anywhere. Well, that's why A little bit like that. A little bit like that. All right. So wow, there's a lot going on there for Man United. You're not even from kind of playing out the back. It's been educational for me to kind of learn from how you guys are doing. Before we get onto the predictions and I let you go, is it still 1-1 by the way where you're at?
No, it's 2-1. It's 2-1.
To Tanzania or
Nigeria. Yeah. Look, we got the second goal.
All right, tons of in the chat. The apologies, folks, to the chat. Like I said, great. I knew I was going to have a great conversation. Never a foul. Must be someone from. Is that you?
Me, yeah. I was just replying. It's Fabrizio doing the milking thing. He says, City are now been pushing in the last 12 hours for Semenyo. But we got told not even 6 hours before that, Man United have been pushing hard for the signing of Semenyo. It's like, here comes the Fabrizio milk.
Yeah. They're making as much money from this as they can.
100%.
Lucky Singh says, Lisandro Martinez, Aiden Heaven, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, steady drills, so work games, so they're catch. I don't get that.
Just ignore it.
It's okay. Al Nasser says, Dalot so poor, he not defend, he not attacking, he gave away the ball. Is that what happened? Dalot?
I don't know. I can't remember. The game's just out of my mind. I don't even know how we lost the game. To be honest, I'm still here thinking, how have we lost that game? I don't think Aston Villa are as good as people made them out to be. They just go off what they see, like a result, and I think, like, yep, that's great.
Big up Adrian. He says he has a feeling Elanga starts. Why Elanga could start though is that Murphy does have a little bit of a funny knee, so it is quite difficult for him to play back-to-back games. But it'll be like 6 days until between us Chelsea game and Man United game, so he might come back in, but you never know. You never know. Lucky Singh says Casemiro, Aiden Heaven, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Xerxes. I know will be starting. Xerxes over Sesko. Where would Xerxes play? Over Sesko?
No, Sesko will play.
Yeah, I'll be amazed. However, other midfielders.
I don't know what he's gonna do. All I know, we don't have a lot of attacking options. It wouldn't even be a bad shout to put Mount where Bruno is and put him next to Casemiro. So you can get Xerxes.
I think that would make sense.
But the thing is, when you get Xerxes and a Sesko up there, it's great for hold up, but I don't know if it's good for like transition. The guy likes to play with the ball too much. Needs the ball to face that way.
Right.
I find it's nice and all, but I think it could be a little bit slow. But it could work out if it means Mount's allowed to go forward. I can't see it. With his future looking, I just don't see it personally.
Okay. Lucky Singh says this channel talking about tactics of both sides. Yeah, absolutely. Foxy says only one Carrick of the most underrated English players over the. I agree, one of the most underrated. Water reminds me of Cambiasso. That's a blast from the past. Aaron, God bless you. Good to see you, Aaron. Miley is definitely more of a 6 for me. Yeah, absolutely could be. I see him as a 6 and could play anywhere. Like I said, I was talking to Thingy Bobs to someone else, and our NASA says Amorim question mark if we will change formation.
I don't think it makes a difference right now because who do you put where? I think what he could do though, slightly actually, but it's my whole question mark. Who goes on the left? No matter what you do, who goes on the left? Or on the right, like Cunha, if you put him in the middle, Lissandro and pack it out that way, Mount goes on the left or right, you're like, okay, but who goes left? It's still probably going to be Dorgu because you got nobody else unless you put a youngster in there like Shea Lacey, which he's not going to do. He got his debut though. He had actually quite a good debut.
How do you feel about Dorgu?
Yeah, less said the better.
Okay,
I think his pressing was better and everything, but he does this thing where he goes to ground quick. It's a soft touch. The referee ain't buying it, man, and you're costing us nearly because of like you're doing this when it's like, mate, it's a soft one. You're not getting those. Get up. It's driving me nuts. To be fair, his technical abilities
not the greatest.
Whoa, when it comes to dribbling at that, not great. Right.
Okay, well, we're getting to the prediction part of the show. Kaz, how are you seeing this game? What's your score predictions?
Well, I'm not going to predict a Man United loss, am I? So
let's
go 2-1 United, but I don't because I've got nothing left.
Goal scorers?
Cunha and Sesko.
That's a good call, probably. It's good talking to you because there's a few things I didn't vouch for. Lamenta being 2-footed, maybe Cunha, Mali matchups, and maybe Martinez and Mount, how they could be the box midfield that you could have as well. But I feel like making changes could go against Amorim a little bit. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Newcastle.
4-1? 4-1?
3-1, 3-1.
Okay.
A 3-1 victory there. Kaz, let the folks know where they can find you.
Oh, damn. Looks like Semenyo's guy at Man City.
Oh, what? It's confirmed already? That quick?
Yeah.
What?
Damn. Let's get me a centre mid, mate.
Man City are pushing a lot. I saw this in the last 12 hours. Who's saying that?
David Ornstein.
Ah, okay. Let's see. Ornstein bomber. Here we go, live.
That's it.
Let me see this. Semenyo, here we go. Yeah, there it is, like you said. Can you see? Anton Semenyo preference to join Man City in January. Nothing formal until market opens up. But Bournemouth attacker favours Man City. Man United pushed hard, never planned to use 25-year-old at wing-back. But winter switch was always tough for Man United.
Well, that's him going to be rotting away then, isn't it? The new Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, because is he going to dethrone Doku? Who else is on that left side? That means they're selling somebody. They have to sell.
I'm telling you now, he's gonna get game time, but he's never going to be a star. He's not a pet player. It's gonna be like watching Marmoush link up with Haaland.
Mad. Kaz, let the folks know where they can find you.
Never a foul if they wish.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And look, it's been absolute. I'm going to stay on for a little bit to let the folks of the channel, but I just want to say a massive thank you and appreciation for you jumping on. I knew that I'll definitely learn something from having you on the channel and as well. And so, and we had even a couple bombers while you're on here as well. And
crazy.
And whoever's doing the manufacturing for the walking machines, you should be sponsoring Never a Foul. Kaz, he's doing you guys' product a service here, absolutely. But guys, do like, share, and subscribe for Never a Foul. Kaz, it's been an absolute blessing having you on. Hopefully have you on again. And yeah, if the invitation's extended back to Never a Foul, be an absolute privilege and a blessing to come on as well.
Yeah, big up, man. It's an enjoyable talk with you always. If it isn't on Ash's channel where you get butted in by either Jay or Stefan 24/7, so what's the,
Absolutely. Take care, sir, and yeah, man. We'll speak soon.
Yeah, big up.
Big up to you, Kaz. Big up to you, sir. All right, folks. So absolute blessing and a joy to have Kaz on. Like I said, he never feels like learn a lot from his football intakes, especially like from an opposition fan's point of view, where I feel like he's not only fair and objective when he's kind of looking at opposition teams, as we saw today, but I also feel like he's educated enough on opposition teams to have a good opinion, like to have a informed opinion on them. So real privilege to have him on. Incredible channel, guys. I do encourage you guys to like, share, and subscribe. And while some of you guys are on, I'm going to see if I can catch up with some a little bit of football news before we wrap up. But guys, I haven't seen anybody send in their predictions for the game as well. Do send in your predictions while we're on. We'll stay on for another 10, 15 minutes or so before the Crystal Palace and who's playing? Palace and somebody's playing. Palace and Arsenal for the League Cup game as well. Do let us know your scoring prediction. Kaz predicted 2-1 to Man United. I've predicted 3-1 to Newcastle. Adrian's got 3-2 there. 3-2. I hope 3-2 to Newcastle, Adrian. It's gonna be a high scoring game. I think it's gonna be like a Boxing Day bonanza. Quite honestly, I really, really do think that. Why does this thing keep on coming off? So that's me. Then I want to put this on. That's me again. Okay, boom. Here we go. So we had this news, obviously, of Semenyo. It was interesting to get Kaz's take, obviously, in terms of Semenyo looking like, well, it appears that he has chosen City. That, he's probably, is he going to get game time? Probably will get game time, but is he, what's going to be his influence? Why does it keep on coming off? That's the weirdest thing ever. Then I come off. Okay, so there's something with that. Why does it come off? Big up to my man Benoit. God bless you, Benoit. He's got Newcastle 3-1 versus Man United as well. As well. And it's whenever I go on the chat, it comes off. I bet there's something to it. I know there's something to it. Let me start this again. Stop screen. And Beja Guna, God bless you, says smash the likes, people. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Bejan Guna as well. Really, really appreciate you doing that. Do like, share, and subscribe, guys. We're bringing on stellar guests. We get people like Kaz coming on. We'll get people like Ashmatic coming on. Richie from Red Devil TV as well. Like we're really blessed to have the folks that come onto the show. It's been really, really good. But let me get back onto the story. Why does it keep on coming off my screen? That's the annoying thing. I can't. Hopefully, it's all fixed now. But send in your score predictions. Yeah, again, it's doing it. Why is it doing it? Is it me? Is it me though? Could it be me? Maybe if I do this, then I come off the screen. Why does it come off the screen? I have a feeling I know. I took myself off now. I wonder what it is. Maybe, yeah, because we were talking about obviously this Ornstein bomba. Here we go. Hopefully this works. Tim says, gone to City for salary and Champions League, but Man United is a better project if you want to be objective. We all say if you want to be objective, and then we want them to be. But let me make a case in if you've got a minute. Like, why do you think Man United is the better project? Because maybe the other argument will be he's playing for one of the best managers, greatest managers even of all time under Pep Guardiola. He's playing amongst an incredible group of players. And like you mentioned, Champions League will be his first time as well. It's unknown when Man United will next get back into the Champions League. He could even be a Premier League winner. At the end of the season. Like state your name, Tim. Not your name, excuse me. Your case for why Man United is the better project. I'll be really curious. Jordy Z, yeah, something to do when I put on the chat. When I put on the chat, it comes off. When I put on the chat. Anyway, but big up Jordy Z, says, Merry Christmas, mate. Good to see you, Jordy Z, one of the originals of the originals. God bless you, Jordy Z. Jordy Z, I've got a good feeling about the Man United game. Hopefully season starts here. So do I, So do I. And if you've got a good feeling, it's probably going to happen. It's probably going to happen. But yeah, what do you guys think of the Semenyo story? I mean, it's not unsurprising that it's going to City for me. Quite honestly, for the above reasons I've mentioned, he could be a Premier League winner. He could even win some other trophies. He'll win the Champions League, maybe even win the Champions League. Really, should he play? The other opportunity for, obviously, I look at from a Newcastle's perspective is there could be some wingers that are available, and this could mean. Where is it? Yeah, even Ben Jacobs now is saying. Even Ben Jacobs here is saying. What's he saying? Ben Jacobs is saying. Let me get back on it here. Breaking some. Anton Semenyo wants to join Man City. All suitors now informed. So everybody got to be quiet now, because Semenyo has made it very, very clear, very, very clear that he is joining Man City. But is it? Let me look at City's squad, because that surely must leave space from a Newcastle's perspective, and it could be for your teams as well. Like, it must mean that some other players are going to go from City. Newcastle have historically looked at Oscar Bob. Let me see players here for Man City. Can you guys see the screen? Yes, you can. Forwards, midfielders, Rayan Cherky, Mateo Kovacic, Oscar Bob. Oh, he's got a hamstring injury. He's injured currently. So Newcastle have historically looked at Oscar Bob. For instance, would that make him available? Obviously, it's not going to be what's the gentleman's name? Doku. Who else would be? Who else? I don't know if there's any Man City fans here, or if anybody knows a little bit more. Who is likely to be sold from Man City's point of view? Divine Marcus is a midfielder. Yeah, he's a. Oscar Bob has been someone that we've looked at quite a bit in the past. Could this move make him available? That I'll be curious to see that. And what would Newcastle? What you guys feel about that? Do you think that's a move that that Newcastle should pursue? Do let me know. But yeah, literally live as we're talking. Mr. Semenyo has chosen to go to Man City. Semenyo has chosen to go to Man City. All parties have been informed. It's amazing how Man City managed to end all these transfer sagas before transfer windows are even open. It's absolutely incredible, really. I'm just trying to catch up on any other news as well here that is happening. But Semenyo for sure looks like the biggest news for from everybody's point of view at this moment in time. Ruben Neves. Some news here that Ruben Neves is Newcastle are now interested in signing Ruben Neves after I think he decided against the deal for Al Hilal, according to Graham Bailey. I find it hard that this deal could come across. Let me know what you guys think about it. But for me, the gentleman's on 400k a week. I mean, unless he really wants to play football, hopefully he does. And he wants to play at a high level and is willing to the point where he's willing to forego and sacrifice his 400k salary. I find it really, really difficult to see how Newcastle get him over the line. Tim says, gone to City. Oh, no, I already read that. Sorry. Aaron says, going for a narrow 2-1 win. Thanks for sending your prediction. Yeah, guys, please do continue sending your predictions as well. Tim says, I'll write you something, brother. Thanks. Thank you for that, Tim. God bless you. Writing full thoughts on YouTube is true. That is true. That is true. I'll type it up and send the link. Fair play to you. Fair play to you. Yeah, so I'll be amazed. Like, Man United are interested in him as well. They've got the wage structure to pay for him. I mean, if we manage to get him, I won't be complaining. But I find it difficult to see how Newcastle get Ruben Neves when he's on 400k. And again, I don't know why my screen keeps on coming off whenever I look at the chats. What if I put it on like this? Maybe there's something there. Okay. Big up to Connor. God bless you. Good to have you on. Yeah, but yeah, Ruben Neves, 400k salary. Do we get him over the line? I find it difficult. I mean, I find it difficult to see us doing that. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just looking to search to see if there's any other transfer news going on at the moment that we could discuss just before before we come off. Is there anything? Semenyo is the big news. Semenyo is the big news. He's going for Man City. Fabrizio Romano is talking about it as well. Let's see what he's got here. Fabrizio Romano's also, they've all dropped their bombers now, with Ornstein obviously leading the bomber patrol. Understand Man City have been pushing a lot in the last try. Advanced direct to Viana and direct talks to the camp. Man United still insisting. This must have been hours ago because he's already made his decision for sure. Yeah, he's got it here. Man City are progressing to complete the deal for Anton Semenyo. It's going to be super interesting what's going to happen next here. All right, so see if there's any other Newcastle United news. It's been slow for the transfer window for Newcastle. Not slow for the transfer window. I guess at the end of the day, news is news, isn't it? Hopefully, all it means is that Newcastle are working under the radar. That's the only hope we can have. Some new news here. That is Ilman Ndiaye, currently away at AFCON. Tottenham have shown concrete interest in this is from Krish. Tottenham have shown concrete interest in pursuing a deal for Ndiaye from Everton this January. I'll be surprised if they can get him out of while he's at AFCON during January and away from Everton. I'll be surprised. In January, scouts from Tottenham have been following Ndiaye for the past 15 months, and he has now become a concrete Spurs winger shortlist. Tottenham are expected to make an attempt to sign Ilman Ndiaye in January. However, a deal will be very difficult as things stand. Everton are not interested in letting Ndiaye leave in January as he's considered an important part. Yeah, Ndiaye is open to joining Tottenham, it says here, if the opportunity arrives. Let's see if this happens next week. Really? Okay. Ndiaye is open to it. I'll be surprised if they can get it over the line at this time. I'll be surprised if Everton sell anybody. But let me see if there's any Newcastle news before we come off. Any transfer news will be interesting to look at this moment in time. Just having a search to see. There's some other. Let me see. Newcastle United. What's the latest? Lots of game previews, very little on the transfers. 13 already ruled out for the Newcastle. We talked about the major doubts already. Can't compete. Come on. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any transfer news around Newcastle at this moment in time. Do we have anything? Yeah, nothing at the moment. There's this recent news about Arsenal. I don't know too much about this lad. Yeah, let me know, Connor. Let me know what links are. You have some links on your account. What's your account, Connor? Have I been on your account before? Probably, maybe. I can't remember though. Let me see. So there's this one on Daryl Bacola. Where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not this one. It's this one. So this is just now from Transfer News Live. Arsenal, Chelsea, and Newcastle United are all interested in Marseille's Daryl Bacola. He could leave the Ligue 1 club as early as January should he refuse their contract offer. As with some January transfers, excuse me, he's a player's club would wait until the summer. But if one club wants to steal a march on his rivals, this winter, the window is the right time. That's from Foot Mercato. I don't know anything about this gentleman, so it's hard for me to comment. He hasn't been mentioned by the Newcastle media, which might be a good thing. Because I feel like whenever, God bless them, but I feel like whenever our main media guys from Newcastle mention a name, it's like the kiss of death to that particular transfer. With no disrespect meant at all, but yeah, I feel like agents use our local media to get the hype going, only kind of to get people to bid and to bid higher, because there's multiple clubs involved. Otherwise, how much genuine interest from those players there is in Newcastle is difficult to see. But yeah, I can't see anything at the moment from a Newcastle perspective in terms of transfers at all. Someone said, was it Connor? Someone said, I have some links, bro. It's looking like Nike One says it's looking like a 3-1 loss to Man United. Really? Let me know why you think that. It'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see what your thoughts are on that. I've backed us to win. I think Kaz gone for a 2-1. Connor says he was 17 years old, played against us in the Champions League. Oh, okay, I missed him. Sorry, I missed him. I missed him when I was watching. Now I have to do my research about him as well and see if he's any good. Let's see. City of on the race. Yeah, I think that's everything. All right, folks. We have did a match preview for the Man United game with our special guest Kaz from Never a Foul. Absolutely phenomenal guest. I came away learning more about the game. I learned more about Man United as well. We've sent in our predictions as well. So thank you for all of you guys that sent in your predictions. Thank you for all of you guys that have been asking other people to like, share, and subscribe as well. Absolutely amazing as always from you. I think it's the last time I see you guys before Christmas. Certainly not before New Year's. We'll be ready for New Year's. Just before New Year's. So there'll definitely be one show, maybe two before New Year's. So we'll see each other again. But for all of you guys that celebrate Christmas, for the real meaning of Christmas, God bless you guys. And to celebrate our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, always a blessing. God bless you guys. And for everybody, for all the folks as well, Merry Christmas. I hope you get all the gifts that you like. And as always, folks, God bless and take care.